You were great, it was just way too windy.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's it.
Vale is a former MOD site that St Modwen purchased in 1999. It's about 110 hectares. It's a mixed-use development that St Modwen has built of commercial, retail, green infrastructure and obviously residential. It's a really important site for St Modwen, building a new community in this area.
Grange have been working on Vale for very nearly 15 years. We were first engaged to help with the pre-planning and then went through the planning consent stage, and now construction. It's almost complete and we've been doing monitoring surveys. It's been a really interesting journey. We've learned a lot along the way.
One example of where collaboration was really important was the design of the flood meadow. The floodplain was required to be relocated as part of the site's design and development. That was a big issue, but also an amazing opportunity from the point of view of ecology and also access to nature for the people who live on site.
Working on Vale's had quite a lot of its own challenges. A lot of that to do with working with so many different protected species, working with so much different wildlife. And then also the main thing with this site is because we've been able to use such large areas of green space and habitat creation, we've been able to kind of think really boldly about how we create habitats and taking that to other sites to think about what we can actually recommend in other sites. And it doesn't have to be the small stuff. Coming off a project like this, we know we can recommend kind of big, large-scale habitat creation with great benefits for wildlife, and from seeing it here, we know that it works.
I first got involved with the Vale site when I started at Grange back in 2015. It was a fantastic project to get involved with from being such a young ecologist into the field. It's a great site to cut your teeth on. I've learned a lot on this site over the years, lots of different survey techniques. So yeah, it's been fantastic from my point of view in terms of my career and progression.
We work really closely with Warwickshire's Ecology Service using a precursor to the biodiversity net gain metric that we're all using now. That was a really interesting process. It helped inform our design but didn't lead it. And ultimately our design solution, we were really pleased to see delivered a 38% biodiversity net gain.
I think one of the great things about Vale is it isn't just a place to live with the kind of wildlife and green infrastructure sort of plonked in. It's genuinely integrated, and there's a real sense of place making throughout all of the design of this site. Obviously, as an ecologist, it's great to see all of the benefits to wildlife and the habitat creation that's gone on here and the sort of general enhancements, but the really wonderful thing is to see the passion for the people that live here and the sense of ownership of the site from those people that live here. We've bumped into someone today who's from the local kind of ecology group. She lives here on site and she gets involved in the management. She's really interested to hear how all our monitoring surveys are going on, and it's a genuinely lovely place to live. And for me, that's what Grange is all about. We're about getting the best outcomes for both people and wildlife, and creating really amazing places to live and work.
Grange has been involved with Vale from the early stages, and they've been really great to work with, really passionate about the site. The continuous surveys and monitoring that we do is really important, and the engagement that they've done with the community has been invaluable.
I think it's a really good example of what can be achieved through collaboration, what can be achieved for wildlife, for the people who live here and live around here, and also for the client.